We're finally doing it, y'all. We are talking about this beauty right here, Ellis Brooklyn's Miami Nectar, because she has had a lot of buzz now going on for about 3 months. And there's a reason for that. And I have some thoughts as well. And I have a comparison too, because there is something else that kind of reminds me of it. And we're going to talk about it. Let's get into it. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. The Maria here. Yes, we are talking about Ellis Brooklyn's Miami Nectar. This beautiful aqua green bottle that it is, my favorite color actually. We're gonna talk about this one. Now this fragrance has been a hot topic and we're gonna talk about it because it has been one of the most talked about fragrances for summer 2024. But before we get into that, as always with dedicated fragrance reviews, I rate fragrances by 4 categories. The first category is mood, and that's simply how does this fragrance make me feel? When do I see myself wearing it? What time of year? All of that. Second category is strength, and that is on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being this ain't nothing but water in a pretty bottle, to 10 being nuclear powerhouse juice. Third category is longevity, and that is how many hours long lasting is this fragrance, because that matters to a lot of us. And then the fourth and final category is simply, is this a compliment getting fragrance, yes or no? Lipstick of the day today, everyone. I'm rocking out with a kind of cool tone nudie look. That's kind of where I am today. It's gloomy and it's kind of chilly. Fall, is that you? But the lipstick of the day, y'all, is MAC, and this is Teddy 2.0. This is from their Powder Kiss line. I love the original Teddy a lot. I wear Teddy all the time here. So of course I had to get 2.0 when it came out, and this is what it looks like. Details on the full face and everything will be description box below, so you don't have to ask questions about it. Next up, we have fragrance of the day, and when it comes to dedicated reviews, of course, the fragrance of the day is the belle of the ball, and that is this beauty right here, Miami Nectar. So this is our fragrance. I've had it now for a month and a half. I've been able to wear it a lot of times, so that is why we're able to do its dedicated review. So backstory on this fragrance, on how we got here. Y'all, this fragrance got a lot of traction on social media hype, and it was because initially it was sent out in PR to a lot of influencers. I am not on Ellis Brooklyn's PR list. I never owned an Ellis Brooklyn fragrance in my life, so this is a true first for me. A lot of influencers did get this fragrance, and people were actually saying, no, this is really, really good. And okay, we know when it comes to PR, I know people are like, okay, we know when everybody gets it at the same time, everybody unboxes it at the same time. However, this fragrance continued to still be talked about even after that initial PR push, because hey, that's the name of the game. It is what it is. And people were still talking about this fragrance. And then the second wave was people that are non-reviewers, non-influencers, what have you, also picked this fragrance up and was like, no, this is really good. So it was being co-signed on both ends of the spectrum. So for me, there is saying, okay, there's something here. So then one day I finally decided to go to my own Sephora to check it out for myself. They did have a tester on display. Y'all, I sprayed it, and this was a love at first sniff. I've told y'all this story before in other videos, but it really was a love at first sniff. I was prepared to purchase this fragrance on site right then and there, but there was nothing to buy. It was like, all we have literally is this tester, and y'all, the tester was a travel size. It was like, that is all we have. They told me you had to drive 30 minutes to an hour away in order to get it, like the next closest store that would have it. And I was like, what? I'm like, all right then, oh, okay. Luckily around 4th of July season, that's when I was able to pick up my bottle, and even then I had to ask for it out the back because everything on the display was already gone. So this scent has been hyped and people are actually buying it. So I'm like, okay, I had to fight for my bottle. So let's get into some information about this fragrance too. So the concentration of Ellis Brooklyn's Miami Nectar, everyone, is EDP, so Eau de Parfum. They have this fragrance written up, it's considered a gourmand scent, which interesting when I'm like Miami Nectar, I'm thinking fruity, juicy, and then of course the time of year is coming out, summertime. So I'm expecting a typical solar coconut type of fragrance, but when I saw gourmand, I said, okay, interesting. Also, another thing to note about this brand, because again, this is my first time purchasing from this house, this fragrance is cruelty and vegan. So for those that care, now you know. And now let's get into the prices and sizes of this fragrance. Gotta hand it to them, you all. This is a very affordable fragrance in the grand scheme of things, especially with the direction of the fragrance community right now. So it only comes in 2 sizes. The first size is a 10mm size, which is a travel size. That retails for $33. And then they also have a 50ml size, which is the full size. That's what I have right here. The 50ml size retails for $110. So all in all, that is good. And of course, you know, with shopping in Sephora and things and whatnot. Also, I've even seen sales on Ellis Brooklyn's official website. So you can get this fragrance at a discount. So I gotta give them credit on that too. So I'm gonna go ahead and spray this fragrance. I have multiple test strips there so we can reacquaint ourselves with it. I'm gonna let that dry down. And I'm gonna read you all the notes that are the official notes, and I'm gonna tell you what I get from it, of course. So y'all, we have top notes of pink pineapple, we have palm leaves, then we have coconut water. Mid notes, we have our wild jasmine, we have plumeria, lily of the valley, and then the base notes, y'all, we have our tree moss, salted woods, sweet amber woods, and then we have vanilla. So the classification of a gourmand, I have to agree with, looking at more so the base. Because now if it was just the top in the middle, I would be like, no, this is not a gourmand. But the base is what makes this absolutely a gourmand type of scent. So all right, let me tell you what I actually get from the scent. Heavy on that pineapple, for sure. I get the coconut in this fragrance. So again, that's what I was saying. Up top, those initial notes I was getting, I was like, okay, this is gonna smell like the typical tropical scent that we get in the summertime, right? However, the base to me, I get more saltiness. I get the vanilla. But for me, even though it's not listed, I get like a caramel in here too. That's what I get. So it goes in the more foodier direction in my opinion. So that's what makes this scent stand out in my opinion, and I enjoy it because, again, we smell pineapple in the summertime. I know, that's groundbreaking, right? We smell pineapple, we smell coconut, or coconut water, I'm sorry, palm leaves. We smelled that before, but for me, it is the base that is what's selling this. In fact, in my opinion, like the base kind of reminds me of that salted caramel goodness that's kind of in, say, Sol de Janeiro, like Charosta 62. That's what the base reminds me of. So I'm like, okay, I'm getting fruity and juicy up top, but then I'm getting that gourmand goodness at the base. So, and after smelling that and really sitting with this fragrance, I said, that is why this scent has blown up the way it has, because it's giving us the sweetness that we love, but it's also giving us the gourmand that is all the rave right now. So that's my opinions on the scent for what it is. And now let's get into the rating system because that's why you're here. So let's talk about first category, y'all, we have is mood. So the mood of Ellis Brooklyn's Miami Nectar, 100% this is a summer fragrance. It's summer, peak summer. The only other way I would wear this fragrance outside of summer is if I was to go on a tropical or Caribbean vacation in the fall or winter time. That would be the only other way I would reach for this because truthfully, once the leaves start to turn and all that, and I start to be a real chill in the air, pumpkin spice season starts, all that, I'm putting this up because this is just peak summertime. And this is an all-purpose summer scent to me, y'all, because it's light, it's fruity, it's fun, and also it's kind of fresh too at the same time because there's a freshness to this scent. I found myself wanting to reach for this one in the daytime in the summer, fresh out of the shower. It's been that type of a scent for me. So that's my mood of this scent. Second category is strength, and that's on a scale of 1 to 10. So for me, y'all, the strength of this is a 6. So just slightly above average. It's doing just enough. It's doing just enough. It's doing what it needs to do. I am not mad at it. Now the next category is the longevity of this fragrance. A lot of y'all have asked me about this one. I've heard mixed reviews about longevity, but of course I'm always form my own opinion after my own experiences with the fragrance. Longevity of this scent, y'all, I get is 4 hours. Straight up, this is 4 hours. At most, I can get 5, but even then, I have to bathe in this scent. And I have to say this too, with this fragrance, I kind of have to monitor my sprays with it low-key because the atomizer really sprays this out a lot, comes out at once. It'll be like a big wet spot on me, so I'm not as crazy about the atomizer. I want to just note that too. But this is one, if you overspray it, you can get 5 out of it, but on average, you're gonna get 4. 4 hours, that is. And the final category, is this a compliment getting fragrance? Yes, it is. This is a high compliment getter fragrance. Like, this is so mass appealing because it's, again, it's that fruity juiciness, but also that gourmandness that people are loving, and you just can't go wrong with those type of notes. This one has gotten reviews of love from people of all ages, in my opinion. I've worn it around family, older people, younger people, and they're like, no, you smell good. I haven't had to ask for it. How do you think about this? Because everybody knows I'm into fragrance around me, especially like family and stuff, but they're like, oh no, I like whatever it is you got on. So it's one of those that gets unprompted compliments, which is the best because that way you know it's genuine. So this is absolutely a compliment getter for sure. So I also want to know too, does it smell like anything else? Because I know a lot of people are like, okay, especially right now, with a lot of us having larger collections, or if you're really into fragrance right now, so much stuff is coming out. Okay, what is this compared to? Does it smell like anything else that's out right now? Or even something that came out in the past? And only one fragrance really jumped out to me that was in the same family. Is it directly the same? No, but they are similar, and it's funny because it also came out this summer 2024. The only other fragrance that this reminds me of is from Kayali, y'all, and this is Kayali's Maui in a Bottle, and this is Sweet Banana 37. That's the full name of it. But even too, I look at the bottles, like color wise, similar family, so definitely cousins for sure. And like I said, they came out roughly at the same time, so that's just fun. However, the main difference is, I'm gonna spray this too just to refresh our nose with it. The main difference is, in my opinion, is that in Miami Nectar, you do get a lot of pineapple up top. However, with Maui in a bottle sweet banana, as the name suggests, the fruity note that is the star is banana. So for that reason, they are different in my opinion. And they do have vanilla in them too. So both of them have a vanilla base. Because when I look at the notes of Maui in a bottle, we have sweet banana, we got pear, we got coconut cream, we have jasmine, sandalwood, and vanilla in here. So yes. So that gourmandy base is kind of sort of similar. It's just vanilla, not caramel in here. But the main difference though is that banana versus pineapple. But in a sense though, if you like one, I highly recommend the other. That's just the best way to put this. So this is the only other fragrance I would compare to Miami Nectar, and that again is the Kayali's Maui in a bottle. So in a nutshell, y'all, to conclude this here video, I think this scent was absolutely worth the hype. It was worth the money. Again, I purchased this fragrance myself. This was one that is truly groundbreaking for me because this bottle is special to me because, as stated at the beginning of the video, I've never owned anything from this house, Ellis Brooklyn. I know people have talked about other scents, but I was never moved and never was interested. This one I was interested in, and money well spent. I'm still reaching for it. I'm still enjoying it. You all see my weekly roundups. It's been in my weekly roundups. It's been in top 5 videos this summer. So for me, this is one that was literally actually worth the hype. Not just social media hype, but real world hype. This one checks both boxes for me. And I'm enjoying this one. And I gotta say, I am interested to now explore more from the house of Ellis Brooklyn, because if y'all are doing like Miami Nectar, I wanna see what else she got. And of course, I'm pretty sure there'll be something new coming out because fall releases are starting to happen. And then next thing you know, it'll be holiday season and everybody drops some for holiday. I'm preparing myself for that. We going, yeah. But all right, everyone, let me know what you think about Miami Nectar from Ellis Brooklyn. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Do you think it's worth the hype? Do you think it's overhyped? Do you think it's trash? Let me know. I know y'all gonna do that anyway because elves, y'all are opinionated, and that's why I love y'all. So let me know what you think, and I will catch y'all in the next video. Bye, y'all.